What's up, everyone? It's Kenny here, and I'm doing this interview, just having a good time, all that stuff. And joining me on top of me, I think I'm getting the hang of this side to side thing. Singer, songwriter, award winning Lexington native, Nashville residing currently. She was on the show earlier this year, and then this new single about to come out, High on Something, this Friday. And I get a text from this lady saying, "Hey Kenny, I got I got this single. We gotta do another interview." Say no more. I got you. It is my pleasure to be joined with the one and only Taylor Hughes right here, right now, looking lovely with the hat on, looking very
Oh,
fast.
thanks. This is called Bad Hair Day, so we covered up with hats. I have lots of hats, so they come in handy.
Oh, well, you look nice either way.
Thank you.
So, how are you, Miss Hughes?
I am doing great. How are you doing, Kenny?
Good, good, good to hear from you. Good to chat with you and to discuss a variety of topics. So let's talk about the main reason why this interview is happening. You have a new single entitled "High on Something." It's going to
Yes.
be coming out this Friday, and you're
hmm
going to celebrate with a multiple of shows this weekend in your hometown of Lexington. We'll get to the shows part in just a bit, but let's
Okay.
start with the single High on Something. So break down the whole process. How did this song came together?
Yeah, so this is gonna be very different than what my fans have heard from my first two singles because a lot of, just my music in general that I sing is very sassy and edgy, and you know that because you've seen me at my live shows. But my third single is actually a love song, which is kind of crazy because I just don't typically sing about that stuff. So I actually wrote this with Stephanie Joyce, who was the co-writer on my debut single, Good Taste. Stephanie and I, sorry, I can't even talk, have written a ton of stuff together, and this is one in particular that I've always loved. We actually wrote it quite a while ago, and I've just kind of been holding on to it, just waiting for the right time. And the day that we wrote it, I walked into the writing room and we were kind of just throwing around ideas. And I was like, you know what? I don't have a love song in my catalog. And because I have a hard time writing that kind of stuff, vulnerability is like one of those things for me that like I try to stray away from and just like to, keep it sassy, keep it fun and whatnot. But she was confident that we could really create something special. And so we started thinking about ideas and tossing around lyrics, and um, we knew we wanted the song to be a little bit different than your typical love song because a lot of the time they're a little cheesy or they're just kind of, expected. Like, boy meets girl, girl meets boy, they fall in love, all that jazz. Well, we kind of wanted to write it from a different perspective. And we went at it as, this relationship was already one that had a foundation. It was one that was strong and was still growing. And we kind of based it around the idea of our marriages because we're both married. And then we also thought about, past relationships and what about those that didn't work? What about those things that, weren't lasting versus what we had now that made us high on love, I guess you could say. And that's kind of how we got the inspiration for the song. And at first, it was a little bit of a challenge just because pulling out that side of me is a little difficult. But once we really got into it, the words just started to flow out. And I knew I wanted it to have a little bit of that Chris Stapleton feel. He's got that powerhouse vocal. He's got a little bit of that blues, and it's just a lot of emotion. And what's fun about this particular song was that it did allow me to show off my vocal chops a little bit more than Praying to the Whiskey did or Good Taste did. So excited for people to hear it because it really shows my fans that I'm not like this one trick pony. I can give them something more meaningful, something that they can really connect to, or hopefully they can, or eventually in their life they will. And yeah, I can't believe it's coming out in like 2 days.
Well, for as long as I've known you, probably a good 6, 7 years now.
It has been a long
Um,
time.
Pretty much time, and I'm kind of wondering if you're getting sick of me yet after all these
No, we
times.
love you.
Mom's loves me.
Mom loves me.
I appreciate the love. Dad, he loves me too.
Yes, he does.
He
In his
just
own weird way.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. He's probably gonna hear this, and the next time I see him, he's gonna give me something like a hard handshake or a pat on the
Mhm.
back or something. But it's out of love, Mr. Hughes. So yeah, so you point out known for sassy type songs, which I like. I also like that you showing some other sides of you, and you're up to a challenge of doing different type of songs. And obviously, when you go from one thing to another, it takes some time. Get that feeling out, the
Yeah.
songwriting aspect and everything. But I'm very looking forward to Friday when this song is released. I've already have it pre-saved as we speak,
Oh, thank you so
so
much.
it will pop on my release radar midnight on Friday, and I will be up in the morning listening to this song, and
Yeah.
it's going to be a treat. High on Something. It's the upcoming single this Friday. You can pre-save it on Spotify. It will be available on all the platforms. I'm curious to know Drew's reaction to this particular song.
Well,
That's what.
probably- honestly, he's probably just glad that like it's not about like murdering your husband or like getting back at them for cheating on you or something like that. The material I usually write about. But it's funny because a lot of the times when I'm writing music, if it's like a new song and I play it for him, I'm like, what do you think? And he's just like, oh, it's good. I'm like, anything else? He's very just kind of, oh, no, I like it. Not a whole lot of emotion or anything like that, which is kind of funny. But I mean, if he doesn't like something, he will definitely tell me. So,
Sounds very Bill Belichick like,
yeah.
uh, at least remotely close to it. So this is going to be a incredible track for people to hear. High on Something this Friday on all the platforms. Pre-save it on Spotify. So you with a song release comes a celebration of sorts. Some like to just let
Absolutely.
everybody just hear the song, give me your reaction, things like that. You taking it up a notch by celebrating with a pair of shows this coming weekend. You're
Yes.
going to be at Doubletree on
Hmm.
Friday, and you are going to be at your favorite place at the
Yes.
Acorn Tavern. So with this single on the way and these shows on the way, how you feeling? Having a celebration with these shows in your hometown of Lexington.
I'm really, really excited about it. A lot of the times when people have single releases or album releases, they usually do throw like a special show or a party and stuff like that. And with my last two releases, because of the pandemic, I really wasn't able to celebrate with my fans and my loved ones and just my supporters like I really wish I could have. So for this next single, I'm just really excited because everyone is going to be able to, come out and have a good time, enjoy some live music. I got cake and cupcakes, which I'm really excited about. I'm celebrating in my hometown, which is where my journey began, and I'm actually getting to share the stage with my very good friend Zach Stone on Friday night, who is actually one of the first people I ever met and ever played with when I moved to Nashville 4 years ago. And I've been able to celebrate multiple single releases with him, so it's really exciting and special to be able to do that with him for one of my singles. And I know he's excited to just get out there and play for everyone as well. And then, like you said, on Saturday, I'm playing at my favorite hometown spot, the Elkhorn Tavern. We always get super rowdy there. You've been. You are no stranger to that, and it's always an absolute blast. So it's just it's a real blessing, especially this time of year. You really think about the things that you've been blessed with, and it just makes you extra thankful. So I am just super thankful that I get to end this year on a high note, I guess, with releasing more music, getting to celebrate with my fans and my family and my friends, and which is, this is why I play music, is so I can connect with people, and we can relate through music and have fun and just kind of not worry about the other things that might be bothering us, and just get together, have cake, listen to music, have a few cocktails, and all that stuff.
So are we gonna expect some cupcakes on the Friday or the
Yes.
Saturday or both?
Right now it's just Friday. We've got cake and cupcakes for Friday. Now, if I get a little crazy, I might have to bring some more on Saturday.
Fair enough. I'm for sure gonna be on Friday.
Awesome.
So I will be there. It'll be my first time seeing Zach perform. So
Oh, you haven't seen him
yeah,
before?
no, I have not.
Oh, I love him. He is such a good friend of mine. He brings so much energy and so much joy to the stage, and he's just super fun. And I think people really enjoy watching him play. So it'll be fun to have the two of us working together.
Yeah, so you have done shows on your own. You've done acoustic shows. You've done shows with bands, with a full length band. You also have done joint shows. You and Zach, and then you and Audrey, obviously.
Hmm.
What's it like getting to do the joint shows, bringing in a fellow friend, a musician, collaborator like Zach, bringing them to your city, to your people?
Yeah. I absolutely love it. Zach is from Texas and Audra's from up north, and I've actually I had played there at DoubleTree with Jacob Rice, who's another good friend of mine. He's from Virginia, so it's been really cool to just kind of show them where I came from, and they know I'm a big bourbon girl, so they're like, "All right, Taylor, show me what you got," and everyone's been super welcoming and super sweet when I bring them, and they've expressed how much they love it and how they can't wait to, come back. And next year we've actually got some really cool stuff going on, and we're going to be touring a lot more, especially me and Audra together, which is very exciting because she's one of my very close friends, and her and I have grown just to, we've grown really close, and she's someone that I confide in a lot. So to be on the road together, doing what we love, and it's exciting, and ready to bring the boys in. We've got some stuff with Zach and some shows with Jacob as well, and I think we got some really fun stuff planned for everyone next year. But sharing the stage is special. It's a little bit of a break on you, so you don't have to sing the whole time. But it's also just brings a different kind of show for your fans, so they can get a little taste of Nashville, and who you surround yourself with and stuff.
You have pretty much become the welcoming committee as it pertains to bringing your friends to your neck of the woods. So it is always a treat, and you can hold your own. You've proven that time and time again. But every now and then, you gotta get that support. You gotta get that support from
Absolutely.
your peers. You've been in Nashville for 4 years,
Yes.
and while you fully focus on Nashville and taking your career to new heights, I am pretty much jealous that Nashville gets to get more of you than the rest of us in Lexington. But the love is still there from for your city, from your family and your friends and your loved ones. So, DoubleTree on Friday, Acorn Tavern on Saturday. So she gonna give you twice the celebration
Oh yeah, we're
on
partying all week long,
all,
like
all, all, you know,
all
all
week.
weekend. Just before we get into the Thanksgiving and all the stuffing and all the
Yes,
gravy and
man.
all that. So that's awesome. So I definitely have enjoyed the chats with you as always. I want to get into a more serious side of you. You earlier this month you posted an article and you brought up mental health. In all the years that I know you, I usually know you, nice smile, upbeat personality, laughs, joy and stuff. But you definitely show a different side of you with this article. Talk about putting that article together and just putting it out there.
Yeah, I actually got contacted by the magazine Sophia Lee, and they are basically a health and wellness magazine, and a lot of their focus is mental health. And she was looking for someone in particular in the music business to kind of share their story. And for me, like I said, talking about that kind of thing or just talking about anything real personal is very different and kind of hard for me. I do try to be bubbly and personable as much as I can, and to always just give my fans my best. Um, and in this day and time on social media, like a lot of the highlight reels are all you see, and we don't want people to know that sometimes we do have struggles or difficulties in life. And for me, juggling mental health and music was an interesting topic. And at first, I was like, why did I agree to this? Oh my God, what am I even going to write? And I was like sitting in front of my computer and I was like, how am I going to write this? Like, I don't know what to do. And like, I almost started to get a little bit of anxiety because I was like, what did I sign up for? But then as soon as I started typing, like, it was just like everything started flowing out. And it was very therapeutic for myself just to really like sit there and think about like, wow, how do I do this? How do I balance mental health and stay sane living in this crazy music world, and also balancing being a wife and being a daughter and being a dog mama and being a friend and stuff like that. And it really allowed me to really think about all that I am blessed with, and how sometimes I can be really hard on myself because I am a perfectionist. I am my father's daughter to a T. Everything can always be better. I do not like asking for help. I do not like people knowing that I might be struggling with something. So I definitely think this article, I know a lot of people got something from it, because I was actually, or a lot of people reached out to me saying, thank you for sharing this. Like, this really means a lot. I don't think enough people talk about it. And I was kind of overwhelmed by it. And I was just really happy that it helped a lot of people, but it also helped me just reflect on, the things that I am doing well at, and the things that maybe I do need to work on a little more, and to show myself some grace. And I think that's all you really can do, especially in the music industry where you are so focused on making sure that everyone loves you. Like when I mentioned this in the article when I first started my career, it was, well, what can I do to make everyone love me? Well, that's not realistic. Not everyone's going to love you. And something I always quote whenever I get that stuck in my head and like I'm hard on myself, I'm like, Taylor, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach, but there's always going to be someone who doesn't like peaches. And, I just kind of carry that with me, and just remember that, like, I create music because I love it. And I create music because it can help other people. And if I make music for the right reasons, it'll attract the right people. So that's kind of, what I wrote about in the article, and kind of what I almost discovered as I was writing it. And it was such an honor to be able to put out a piece like that. It's definitely not something I ever thought I would do, but this year has been full of saying yes to challenging, uncomfortable things because, as crazy as it seems, I do not like change. And even though I just moved to like a totally different city and like just up and rooted my life and stuff, which is funny, but like there are certain things where I'm like, oh, don't change that, don't do that. And this year I really wanted to challenge myself to, I'm putting out music that people might not expect. I'm writing about mental health. Like I'm, doing some tours and stuff with different artists that I never thought I might work with. And it's definitely been an exciting year, and it's making me just really excited for what 2022 has in store.
Well, as a longtime fan of yours and a friend, I want to thank you for being open and forthcoming on that article. Um, just getting the feedback from it definitely helps. Um, and mental health is still a thing.
Yeah,
Before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and long after this pandemic is gone, mental
yeah,
health is still a thing, and people are going to go through things.
absolutely.
And you trying to wonder, what do I do? Who do I turn to? And it's get help. That's one.
Yeah,
Get your family, your friends, your coworkers, or in your case, your musical peers. um there are people that is want to help. There's people that want to care.
yeah,
So just that is something to keep in mind, obviously. So definitely give it a read if you haven't already. And stuff like this can save people's lives too.
absolutely. And
So
that's the thing is sometimes we think that no one will understand, but there's actually a lot of people that are struggling with the same battles. And when you just kind of open up and talk about those things, it can be very helpful, and you can actually feel better being honest with other people and just being honest with yourself.
well said. This is Taylor Hughes, my friend, a fellow award winner, because we also award winners up in here.
Yeah.
High on Something is her upcoming single. It's going to be coming out this Friday.
Yes.
And you can pre-save it on Spotify, and it will be available on all the platforms. So
Yes.
even if you're not a Spotify addict like me, it's going to be out there. Amazon, it's going to be on Apple Music. Just
Hmm.
type Taylor Hughes, and it will be there on Friday by midnight. Especially if you ain't got to work on Friday, so it'll be there. And
Right.
even if you have to work and you get off of work, that song's still gonna be there. So give it a listen. And if you are in the Lexington area on Friday, go to Doubletree Hotel with Zach Stone. And then on Saturday at the Akron Tavern, she'll be there to perform as well. It's a wild show for my experience being to some of those shows. So especially on a Saturday night, is football and everything that's happening. So go check it out. Taylor, thank you so much for doing these interviews with me, and I get to brag that I was the first to interview you.
That's so true. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just glad you still want to deal with me.
hey, look, we here, we here. So, and you took a chance on me. Like, there's a lot of people that you could have said that person is gonna be my first interview, and you picked me. So,
Hey, I still
uh,
remember the night that I knew I was gonna have an interview with you. I was like so nervous. I was like, "This is my first interview. I don't know what I'm gonna do." And Drew was like, chill. You're gonna be okay. So I was nervous, but no, man, I'm glad to be able to support you and you support me, and we're kind of just growing in this industry together. So it's exciting to see what each other's doing and just cheering each other on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, shout out to Taylor Hughes, looking real lovely with the hat. Got the guitar in the background.
Yeah, you got it.
Look like she about to play a song or two. But you're a very busy woman, so I'll let you go. But thank you so much again, Taylor. I
Thank
will
you for
see
having me.
you. I will see you this Friday,
All right.
and I better see them cupcakes. I better.
Oh, there'll be plenty. Don't worry. My mama already called me and said, I got the goods. I got them. And I was like, that's what matters.
Hey, long as Mama got that taken care of, we good. Uh, so you take care, Taylor. Enjoy the rest of your week. Again,
You too.
congrats on the single, and we'll see each other this weekend.
That sounds good.
All right, and we are done. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
It's like still recording us, isn't it?
Yeah.